Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The law-abiding element in Dodge City was ashamed of their town's reputation as the Gomorrah of the western frontier. That's why they hired Wyatt Earp to be their marshal in 1876. But it takes time and money to civilize a tough town. The city fathers of Dodge were understandably alarmed when they heard that a reporter for the great and influential New York Herald would be stopping off to write a story about conditions. As for Marshal Earp, it would be a cruel test of his efficiency as a peace officer. Dozens of penny shockers had spread the bad name of Dodge City throughout the land. But if a correspondent of the New York Herald could be impressed by one quiet day...
So this is the rip-roaring Dodge City, eh? Where's the dead man they serve up for breakfast?
Mr. Jensen, welcome to Dodge. I'm George Hoover, the mayor.
Oh, how do you do?
And these gentlemen are council members Kelly.
Sir?
Moffett.
How do you do?
Gale.
Hello?
And our marshal, Mr. Earp.
Howdy.
Well, the famous Mr. Earp. When's the shooting start, Marshal?
Well, I kind of asked all the boys to hold off on that until after you got here. I think the first thing on the program is breakfast.
Well, yes, at my house. The rig's just across the street.
Thank you very much, sir. Oh, isn't Mr. Earp coming with us?
Well, of course.
Oh, thanks, but I got to feed my prisoners. I'll see you later.
By all means. I'll expect an interview.
Toby, just not so loud.
But Mom says you gotta stop him from fighting, or she will.
All right. Now, who's fighting?
The dogs. Bosco, that belongs to Mr. Willett, and Avery, that belongs to Mr. Sam Donovan. Mom says it's against the law, and if you don't stop him, she'll do it with a shotgun.
Where's the fight?
Behind the Long Branch Saloon, right next to our backyard.
I'll be with you in a second.
Hurry, sir. Don't wait to put on your coat. Mom will get to shooting.
Shut up! Didn't you men hear what I said?
Oh, no, it's her again.
I sent Toby for the marshal. But if he don't come and stop it, I'll stop it.
Keep your temper, Sarah. Dogfighting's a sport like boxing or anything.
No, it ain't. When men fight, that's their business. But sicking two poor dogs on each other, that's dirty, mean, and cruel.
Pay no attention, Sam. Are all the bets in? All the bets down?
Everybody get
down. All right, form a circle, man. Form a circle.
Come on.
Spread out. Spread out. I want Jack to get the first barrel, and Sam the other one.
Don't shoot, Mom. I'm from Marshal Earp.
Sorry, gentlemen, no dog fights.
Yeah, why not?
Because you're disturbing Mrs. Cullen, and I don't like dog fights.
No. You just like to fight with guns, huh?
Well, I tell you, Mr. Willett, I don't mind a good fist fight. Why don't you and Mr. Donovan fight? I'll referee.
It's a good idea.
But if you want your dogs to do the fighting for you, then you better go outside the city limits where I can't stop you.
We'll have it some other time. When nosy Sarah ain't around. And how about her threatening us with that gun, Deacon Earp?
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Donovan, you can file a complaint, but then I'd have to charge you with cruelty to your dog.
Me? Cruel to him?
You've been starving Avery to keep him in bad temper. You just move along, Mr. Donovan. I haven't finished my breakfast yet, and I'm kind of bad tempered myself. You better put away that gun, Mrs. Cullen.
Sure, Mr. Earp. And I thank you kindly.
It's about time for Toby to get ready for Sunday school, isn't it?
Aw, Mom, do I gotta?
Yes. Come on.
Mr. Earp needs me. Something else might happen. And I'm a special deputy on Saturdays and Sundays. Ain't I, Mr. Earp?
Oh, you've been a mighty big help, Mr. Toby.
No, he hasn't. He goes galloping after you, yelling bloody murder.
But, Mom!
There's a newspaper man from New York in town. Now, what'll he think of us? No chasing after Mr. Earp today, and not a yell out of you.
Yes, sir. So long, Mr. Earp.
I'll put you back on the force next weekend, Toby.
Yes, sir.
Well, thanks, Hal.
Sure. Nice, quiet Sunday, Wyatt. You can use one.
The whole town can use one, especially today.
Oh, you're talking about that newspaper fellow over at Mayor Hoover's, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hal, the eyes of the New York Herald are upon us.
Who cares what they think?
Well, I'll let you in on a little secret. See, the city's trying to borrow some money, and an awful lot depends on how much...
Uh-oh.
Gosh, Mr. Earp, didn't you hear the fire bell? It's old man Cayley's shed. I saw the smoke just as I started
Toby.
for Sunday school, and the flames... Yes, sir?
The fire department will take care of Mr. Cayley's shed.
Toby, why don't you stop dogging Mr. Earp? He started one breakfast, then all...
All right, all right. Shed will burn clean down before they get those firemen collected. Poor old man.
What?
Mr. Cayley's in the shed, dead drunk. Oh, excuse me for mentioning it. I know the shortest cut, Mr. Earp.
You try and eat the breakfast.
You stay here.
Don't try it, Mr. Earp. You'll get burnt up.
Come on, Wyatt. All right, let's go.
Marshal went in after him.
Oh, darn fool stunt. Start dipping your buckets in full water, boys. Mighty hot in there. Guess I'll make a try at getting Earp out. Drunk, dead to the world. Let her burn, boys. Save the water in case the house starts to hot up.
All right, then, we won't use it.
Mighty spunky work, Marshal. But you ought to arrest him. Third fire he started this year.
It's grand larceny, Mr. Earp.
It's just too much to drink. Now, you keep him here. Make him watch it burn.
Ought to let his house burn, too. Have a stronger effect.
Don't you worry, Mr. K. They won't let your house burn. You still got plenty of time to make Sunday school.
What are you sorting me for? I didn't yell fire on the street.
I'm not sorry. You did a good deed.
Then I don't have to go. I can coast maybe until next Sunday.
Master Toby, you are in no state of grace to allow any coasting.
But I helped you save Mr. Cayley and the shed.
Now, do you want me to cancel your appointment as special deputy?
No, sir. I'll go.
Excuse me, Mr. Jensen. I'm sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all, Marshal. Trouble in town?
Nothing like that. Just a quiet, normal day. Excuse me, I'm going to get myself a little slicked up for church.
Now, Marshal, aren't you pulling my leg?
In what way, Mr. Jensen?
All this talk about how quiet and peaceful Dodge City is. I've had quite a bit of it from your mayor and councilman. Is this town really civilized?
No, sir, not yet.
How long have you been marshal here, Mr. Earp?
Oh, about 3 months now.
How many men have you had to kill in the line of duty?
Well, none so far.
Really? But there have been killings here. Pitched gun battles, that sort of thing?
Oh, yeah. Been a few killings and gunfights.
But this is just a normal, quiet day. Not a shot fired since...
Excuse me, Mr. Jensen. I'll be back in a minute. lock him up.
Come on, back here. Come on.
Take him off. Drunken discharging weapons in the street. Those men were just showing off, Mr. Jensen.
Well, nobody got hurt.
Oh. I wish you'd put that in your paper. You know, 90% of all the wildness in Dodge is just bragging and bluster like that. You see, it's...
Indians! Indians, Mr. Earp! A big bunch of dull nice men on the warpath. It'll be a massacre. Reverend Halcott sent everybody home from Sunday school, and...
Hold it. Now, there's no truth in this, is there, Toby?
Yes, sir, there sure is. They're right outside the town, and they sent a message to Mayor Hoover.
You sure?
There he is now, and Mr. Kelly. That'll prove it.
Now, son, it's all right. I can't understand this, Wyatt. A buffalo hunter brought it in. He says there's a war party of Cheyennes this side of the river.
Folks are getting a little excited, Wyatt.
Excited? They're scared. Mom's loading the shotgun with slugs.
Yeah, they want to send a powwow man into town. Guess I better ride out there.
Alone? Oh, heaven save us all.
Mr. Jensen, I kind of like to have you go along with me out there.
Well,
That's foolhardy, Wyatt. Why don't we let the powwow man come in and say what he has to say?
Because he wouldn't get 50 yards down Front Street. I don't think there's too much risk in it, Mr. Jensen. Anyway, I'd kind of like to have you see how wild rumors run in our town.
Very well. Glad to accompany you, Marshal.
Wyatt, you want to get him killed by Indians?
If he's even scratched, the New York
Mr.
Herald...
Mayor, I take it for granted that Mr. Jensen is here to write the truth about us. Isn't that right, Mr. Jensen?
That's right, Mr. Earp.
Can we borrow your buggy? Oh, and keep young Toby here.
Dull Knife and his people are on the warpath, you know.
We're friendly. I help Mr. Cousin, Mr. Brother. They're blood kin to Dull Knife. Promise safe conduct to me and anybody with me.
The Cheyennes out there know that?
I sure hope so.
Are your friends here?
No. What's the trouble?
No trouble. Much. My brother got arrow in leg. He went white man's doctor.
Put him on a horse.
You shoot him, huh?
No.
What is your name?
Earp. Wyatt Earp.
Mr. Cousin of Yellow Hen, say you are a good man. Is there also good white doctor?
Doc McCarty. Very good doctor.
I will put my brother on horse.
I'm most grateful, Mr. Earp. This is the best story I've collected on my travels.
Quiet, no violence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, afraid I missed church. Should like to have you be my guest for dinner.
Thank you, but I doubt if I'll have much of an appetite. Indians scare me. We've given them so many good reasons to shoot.
Marshal Earp! You better come quick. It's Frog-Face Perkins and Mr. Kelly. Frog-Face says he's going to shoot Mr. Kelly. And Mr. Kelly, he's got a gun.
All right, all right. Why don't you break it up?
Perkins ain't armed. I figure it's a lot of talk.
No, it ain't. There'll be a bloody gunfight, Mr. Earp.
Toby, I think your mother wants you. Al, take the Indian on over to Doc McCarty's. Mr. Jensen, I'll see you over at the Dodge House in about 10 minutes.
And I say you're a cheating a swindler, Kelly. You just hang on to that gun. I'm going to get my own gun.
Well, Mr. Perkins, now what's all this row between you and Mr. Kelly?
He knows. Maybe he'll tell you.
Let him go for his gun, Wyatt. I ain't running.
Now, wait a minute. Put that gun up, Mr. Kelly. Now, there's not going to be any gunfighting today. If I catch either one of you with a gun, there's going to be trouble. You understand?
All right. You're the law.
Councilman Kelly.
Well, I'm in the right of the quarrel.
Well, then fight it out some other day. Just when I got this newspaper man thinking we're half civilized, you go and bust loose.
Ah, I told George Hoover we could never hide what we are. Let them New York papers print what they like.
Mr. Kelly, $100,000 is a big loan in these days.
We won't get it.
Well, we might. If Jensen doesn't go and print us up as a rowdy bunch. Now, I'm going to ask you as a personal favor not to get in any trouble today. How about it?
Well, for what Perkins called me, I should blow his gizzard out. But I owe you the favor.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Aaron go brah.
Porterhouse steak, 25 cents. Roast of buffalo hump, 30 cents. Prairie chicken fricassee, 20 cents. I'll have to show this menu to Delmonico's when I get back to New York.
Well, I recommend a quail on toast. It's very good.
But that's 50 cents. I don't want to put on airs.
You get 2 whole quail, more than you can eat with vegetables and all.
Well...
Yeah, it's just a horse race. I kind of wish the boys wouldn't use Front Street, though. Well, Sully, I'll start with some oysters and some quail on toast. And...
Marshal Earp! Marshal Earp!
I thought I told you that you were supposed to...
It's a crooked race, Mr. Earp. The Bardee rider fouled that Lazy H pony.
Will you please go home?
Yes, sir. But don't blame me if the Lazy H'ers go for their guns. And if they don't kill a few, the gamblers will. But don't blame me.
You go ahead and order. I'll be right back.
Our horse got fouled. You hit him across the face with your quirt just as he was going to pass you.
That's a dirty lie. We want fair and square. You Lazy H's are just crabbeaming to get out of paying the bets.
We ain't paying no bets.
You don't welch on us. We'll get our guns and then we'll collect.
We got guns, too.
You bet we should.
Let's get this settled.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know who was fouled, and I don't care, but I'm calling all bets off.
All right. Then we'll run the race over.
Next Sunday.
What big-headed notion is this, Earp? You can't tell us
Yes,
what...
I'm telling you. Now, all bets are off, and the race is postponed 1 week. You understand? Now, break it up.
I'll bet you not.
Go on.
Where's Jensen?
Oh, he went with Mr. Kelly. Looked at Boot Hill just before dark.
Yeah, I reckon they went back to Kelly's place to have a drink. Yeah. What, do you think we put it over?
Hope so. You want some milk?
No. Well, it has been a quiet day. No killings, no gunfights, and only 2 arrests.
Yeah, well, we all tried to sit on the lid.
Jensen couldn't write anything wild and woolly about us.
Well, not yet, no, but I'll sure be a lot happier when he's on that night stage for Kansas City.
Maybe you should have stayed with him, Wyatt.
He took quite a shine to Jim Kelly.
Wish I had more confidence in Jim.
Come on, you like Mr. Kelly? Anyway, he's what the newspaper men call a colorful personality.
Yes, that's right, but... Toby, are you still dogging Mr. Earp around?
No, sir.
Well, it must be good news. Whatever it's bad news, he comes in on the gallop.
I guess it's good.
What do you mean, Toby?
Well, I don't think Frog-Faced Perkins would actually kill Mr. Jensen. He might kill Mr. Kelly, but what's he got against Mr. Jensen?
Well, come on, out with it. Did Frog-Face have his guns?
A gun, yes, sir.
Well, then what happened? I mean, where are they?
Boot Hill Cemetery.
Good heavens. Tell us, boy.
Nothing much to tell, I guess. Frog-Faced Perkins sneaked up and caught him at Boot Hill.
Well, then what did they do?
Well, he said he was going to shoot Mr. Kelly and then shoot Mr. Jensen because he'd be a witness. But I don't think he'd actually shoot Mr. Jensen.
Well, how long ago was this?
Just before dark.
Good heavens above. What happened after Perkins put a gun on them?
I don't know. I got scared and ran. It'd soon be dark in Boot Hill, and that's a scary place, and I wouldn't be scared with Mr. Earp along. Is it all right if I go too?
No, you go home. And if I ever catch you running after Mr. Earp again, I'll send you to reform school.
Reform school?
The reform school.
Reform school.
Your time is about up, Kelly. You gonna buy a footstone from my pal's grave?
Never. I spent all the money you give me for the headstone, and $12 more.
Why, that headstone ain't worth no $70. You're a no good cheat, Kelly. You're the lowest skunking cheat there is. Robbing the dead.
Mr. Perkins.
Yeah?
I see no need for this morbid talk. I don't defend Mr. Kelly. He's a stubborn Irishman.
You hear that, Kelly?
But that's no reason for committing cold-blooded murder. I'm reaching for money, not a gun.
I don't want your money. I want him to pay.
Not 1 red cent.
All right. I'll give you 10 seconds to say a prayer. Now start praying.
You start. Shoot him, Wyatt.
I ought to break his arm.
Go ahead.
No, stop it. That wouldn't make nice reading in the Herald, Mr. Earp.
No, I guess it wouldn't, Mr. Jensen. Come on, Mr. Kelly. Give me a hand over to Doc McCarty's. Get the scalp stitched up.
You're hooligans, all of you.
Ruthless, brutal hooligans. Listen to that now. You keep Frog-Face from murdering the both of us, and he calls you names.
He'll change his mind when he's had a chance to think about it. I'll take a look in your trunk rack if you don't mind.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Earp. You hold up stages in your spare time?
Well, I thought so.
Oh, Mr. Earp.
Now, come on, get out of there. All right, Willie. Go on. Bye, Mr. Jensen. Now, what did you think you were doing?
Mayor Hoover threatened to send me to reform school.
Well, that's just a joke, Toby. But what Mr. Jensen's going to write about us won't be any joke.
Why should he write bad things about us? Nobody did anything much. It was a nice, quiet day.
Sure. But when you get to be an old man and read about Dodge City in the history books, well, there just won't be any quiet days at all.
Why?
Well, because the quiet days, the ones where people didn't do any fighting or killing or steal each other blind, well, they just won't be counted in the history books.
But doesn't the good Lord count them, Mr. Earp?
Yes, Toby. He counts them.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
The summer of '75 was Wyatt Earp's second year as deputy marshal in the Trails End cowtown of Wichita, Kansas. During that first violent summer, Wyatt had grabbed the town by the tail and held it on the ground, while hundreds of armed and defiant cowboys from the cattle trails tried to keep it on the prod. But even though Wichita had learned to keep its hair slicked, Wyatt still liked to spend his mornings near the cattle pens, watching what might have drifted in overnight.
Hey, you, seen old man culling around lately?
No, and it ain't like him either. All summer long he's been meeting his herd. Always here to beat me for the best price. And getting it, too. Well, after all, he's my best customer.
You might as well be honest about it, Mr. Santel. Cattle kings don't come any tougher than old man Cullen.
Good morning, Brad. Where's your father?
Selling a herd to the Army over at Dodge. He'll be back in a few days. Does anybody know Mr. Santel?
I'm Santel, boy. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm Brad Cullen. I'm trail boss of that herd there. I'd like to talk some business.
You?
Yeah, that's right, me.
One of Cullen's sons. He's got authorization to sell the herd. Why doubt him?
Well, no offense, kid, but I just couldn't imagine your old man letting anyone handle a sale for him. Am I forgiven?
Guess you want to ride into town, get washed up.
Well, after I talk business.
You fellas go ahead. I'll ride back with you when you get all done.
How many?
500.
Looks closer to 4.
No, I said 500.
The lame and the blind ones,
Hey, what's that?
They've come a long way over grazed out lands and dried streams. I wouldn't call them prime beef.
Now, I'm offering you 500 prime beeves at 20 a head.
The market's glutted. Prices dropped to $10 a head. You can take it or leave it.
Now, look, mister, are you trying to take advantage of me? Because if you are...
Your old man will come gunning for me, Look, kid, your pappy don't scare me one bit. At least, so long as Wyatt Earp's close by somewhere to help me out.
I don't happen to be so lucky.
Oh. All right. Seeing as it's Cullen beef I'm buying, I'll make it 15.
Well, it's gotta be 20.
Believe me, kid, I'm not bluffing and I'm not gouging. Buying season's over. I'm being as generous as I can, and I'm doing it for you, not for that great hard rock who happens to be your old man.
Give me an hour to think it over?
An hour to see some other brokers? Sure. You won't get a cent over 10. I tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 3 hours.
All ready? How'd you make out with Mr. Santel?
He said the price is down.
That's true.
Oh, then I'm in for it. If I sell the herd short, Papa like they kill me. If I don't, he'll rag me and hound me till I feel like killing him. He can be a miserable man over money.
How old are you, Brad?
Going on 19.
Got you that, Buffalo. Why don't you just pack up and get out like your older brothers did?
Well, I'm the only one left. It's just me and Ma. I guess I'm the reason that she's staying around.
She asking you to?
Well...
Now you're fooling yourself. You're afraid of your old man, that's all that's troubled you. You're still a kid.
All right, I'll admit it. So I'm a kid. Okay, suppose I have your advice, Mr. Earp. What would you do if you were me?
Well, if I was you, I'd go into town, get myself a square meal, and I'd make up my mind and stand pat in my decision.
Oh, just as simple as that, huh?
Yep. Make up your mind to something. Being a man is just that simple. Come on, we'll go into town. you make out? Made up your mind?
Yep.
That's a heavy piece of paper to be carrying around all by yourself. Better ride out to your camp on Cowskin Creek, where you'll be among friends.
What's the matter? Aren't you my friend?
Well, that goes without saying, Brad, but that stuff's not. You, want me to hang on to it for you?
You know, the more you talk, the more you sound like my old man. The more you sound like him, the less I like you. Now, you just go ahead with your business. I'll take care of mine.
Okay, Brad. I guess you're the boss. I'll see you around.
Cards, please. 3 to you. 3, please.
1.
2 to the dealer. Quiet.
Thanks. How long's that been going on?
Started a couple of hours ago, right after you left.
Has he been buying?
No. Them's his original chips. For a kid, he's doing real good. Your bet. I call.
50 better than you, mister.
I can't. You took 1 card, I believe, didn't you, son?
You're supposed to follow the play, mister, not ask questions.
The young man raised you 50. Either put up or drop out. You're too young to bluff, kid. But in case you are, I'm willing to pay to teach you not to. What have you got? Heart flush. You lose. Jack's full. Very nice. And I'll call. Sevens and 4s, you win.
Please, you care to join me for a drink, mister, huh?
No, thanks. How'd you come out?
I came out with nothing but my name, Mr. Earp, sir.
And you lost the whole check, $7,500?
Yep. But I admit to that with a certain pardonable pride.
What'd you figure you'd do? Get lucky and run that check up to what your father expected?
Yeah.
And you would have lied to him and told him you got more for the herd than you really did, is that it?
No.
You're even more scared of the old man than I thought. Well, now what do you tell him?
The truth. Just tell the truth.
In other words, you'd rather admit to being a bad gambler than a bad businessman, is that it?
Well, that's about it, Mr. Earp. Bad luck is all can happen to anybody. But a bad business deal, or the stupid, unforgivable. Don't you ever darken my door again, son. Ah.
You better face up to it, Brad. You're Father isn't going to believe that gambling story any more than I do. You played for a sucker.
A sucker?
That's right, sucker. Even though your father'd rather admit to a bad business deal than being played for a sucker by two tin horns.
What are you talking about?
Those two gamblers, they play it like a partnership. If either one of them gets a good hand, they bet it up. If you get a good hand, they fold. Their winnings are big, yours are small. Percentage-wise, they get all the edge. Even you ought to be able to see who's going to come out the winner.
You mean they work together, they split afterwards?
Right.
Well, that means I've been robbed. Well, what are you going to do to get back my money?
Nothing. Foster and his friend didn't break any laws. I got no legal grounds to make an arrest.
Well, what they did was wrong, and you know it.
The whiskey's gone to your head. You better go back to Cowskin Camp where you can sleep it off. Come on, I'll take you there myself.
You're a coward, Mr. Herb. You're a protector of cheats and robbers. You're a big man with the 6-gun, too, aren't you? Well, would you just show me how good you are? Huh?
Well, that's not a very smart play, Brad. Throwing down on a man with a gun you're not used to. Now, let me have it. Come on. Come on, straighten up like a man.
Take a look at Brad, boys. He sure tied one on.
Yeah, and that ain't all. I was robbed, cheated, beaten up, and thrown in jail.
Robbed?
Yeah, that's right. Robbed. I was cleaned out. They took the check, the payroll, the money, everything.
Didn't you go to the law?
Of course I did. And I'm the one that gets thrown in jail. I'm going to put it to you straight. I'm for going back into town and getting what's mine. And yours. But I need help. Anybody want to volunteer?
My mammy always told me the good Lord helps those that help themselves. I'm with you, kid.
Always did want a chance to tree Wichita. Count me in, too.
Okay.
All right, we all, John.
All right.
Come on,
Okay, come on, let's go then. Come on. Still here. Everyone keep their hands on the table. This is not a holdup. I was cheated at cards last night by these two men. All I want is the money I lost. Give me my check, mister.
Well, I don't have it here, son. It's locked up in the house safe in the back room.
Well, get in cash. $7,500.
I don't have that much on me.
You get it, Foster. I'm telling you, you get it from the other tables. I want $7,500 or I'm going to kill you.
That's $2,000, Mac. Consider it a loan. How much you got, Hal?
Yeah, let's see. Here's 5.
This will make up the rest of it.
Make it quick, gambler, or you'll lose some of them clever fingers.
There you are. We gonna let him get away with this?
The charge is armed robbery. Is that right, Mr. Foster?
Armed robbery, attempted murder. Mr. Havisham was seriously wounded, you know.
There's no need to be so self-righteous, Mr. Foster. Your neck's not as clean as it could be either, you know. You cheated that kid the same as if you'd stacked the deck.
If you think I've done anything illegal, why don't you arrest me?
Well, sometimes there's a better way to take care of men like you.
What are you up to, Earp?
Well, I'll tell you this much, Mr. Foster. I'll arrest Brad Cullen and his punches as your request and bring him to trial. But by the time this is over, the whole town will know how you and your friend operate. I may not be able to touch you legally, but the average citizen still has a sense of fair play.
These warrants are ready to sign, Mr. Foster. Right on this line, please. How many more men will we need, Wyatt?
I'll make the arrest myself.
You can't go into that cow camp alone.
Well, I'll tell you, Sam. Brad Cullen and his men aren't hardened criminals. The best way to handle a thing like this is to treat it like a family quarrel. All right, Mr. Foster. Let me have the warrants.
It'd be mighty convenient if one of Brad's cowboys dropped him, wouldn't it?
Are you out of your mind, Foster?
No, but I'm thinking about who'd be getting blamed if Earp was found dead between here and Cullen's ranch. We made it. He's still a couple of miles from camp. Between us, we'll get him.
Wanted to help. Well, then head back to town.
We better do what he says. If Earp didn't want us alive to make a point, he'd drop us here.
We'll do what you say. When you get to Wichita, keep on going.
Hey, Brad.
Who is that, son?
That's, Wyatt Earp.
You stay where you are. I'll talk to him.
Morning, Mr. Cullen.
Morning, Wyatt.
See, you got here a little ahead of time.
An hour ago. We're, just about to pack and head south. What's on your mind, Wyatt?
I got warrants for the arrest of Bradshaw Cullen and 6 John Does for the cowhands who helped him hold up the Texas house this morning.
Why, he was just taking back the money that he'd been robbed of.
Seeing as how the law wouldn't give him a helping hand.
How did Brad tell you he lost some money in the first place?
Well, he had a few drinks, played some poker. He said he lost quite a sum of money before he found he was being cheated. He said you wouldn't even listen to it. You're not arresting anyone from this camp, Wyatt.
I'm arresting your son and 6 cowhands, Mr. Cullen. Now get out of my way. Brad, tell him the truth. You'll never get another chance like this one.
What's he talking about, son?
Oh, yeah, he's just stalling, Pop. You watch him now.
Your son's a liar, Mr. Cullen.
Get him, Brad, get him! You ought to drop, you fool. Why don't you shoot?
He couldn't shoot me last night when he was drunk, and he can't shoot me now when he's sober. Because he knows he's wrong. It's hard to kill a man when you're wrong, isn't it?
Thanks. Pop? I lied, Pop. I sold the herd short of what you wanted and tried to make it up gambling. The rest is like I told you.
You sold the herd?
That's right. The funny thing is, I'm not afraid to admit it. Not now. Not anymore. I was a coward, a liar, and a thief. I was all that just to please you.
What kind of a son are you? What are you talking about?
You'll never do this to me again, Pop. I'm not coming home anymore. Mr. Earp, I'll go saddle me up a horse and then we can go. Now, you don't have to take the other boys in. They didn't know the truth. I'm the only one you want.
I don't understand, Wyatt. My sons. 3 of them now. Gone. I work my fingers to the bone to give them a future. And they leave. Tell me why, Wyatt. I don't understand.
I guess that's been the trouble, Mr. Cullen. There comes a time when a young fella has to move out. Learn to be somebody all by himself. I guess you just never learned when to let go. Where's Foster and his friend?
They rode out for Dodge early this morning. I left this for you. It's that check of young Collins. He said they wouldn't hold any charges against them if you'd return their money. And they wish you to return the compliment and leave them alone if you ever meet up with them again. Left their forwarding address on the back.
Huh? Thank you, Judge.
Wait, I'll have one with you.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told.
story be told.
As the gypsies have roamed alien lands through the ages, so they ventured early to our western frontier. For the West was horse country, and the gypsies were horse traders, and sometimes horse thieves. The day came when Wyatt Earp had to decide which.
I don't come all the way to town unless it's important. You know that, Bud.
Another good horse disappeared last night. It belonged to George Irons here. Tell him what happened, George.
I sent the horse into town after supper with my wrangler, Casey. He stopped to light a cigar, and a man wearing a mask clubbed him.
Mm-hmm. When I come to, the horse was gone.
That's the 7th good animal that's been stole this fall. Now, George and I called you men together to decide what we're going to do about it.
Well, what about the law, Bud? We're paying this Marshal Earp pretty good.
This marshal ain't located one of your stolen horses.
When there wasn't any law at all in this country, we knew how to handle horse thieving.
And I'm one who ain't forgotten.
Do you have any idea who's responsible?
Sure. Casey found this at the West Fork last night.
That's the mask of Rustler War.
It's a cheap bandana dyed black. I dipped it in some boiling water and soaked some of the dye off. Here, take a look at it.
Purple and green around the edges.
Now, where have you seen folks wearing purple and green around here?
Well, gypsy women out at Cassin's camp.
Seems like we ought to go out to Cassin's camp and have a look around, don't it?
If George Irons' horse is out there, we might just knock this around some gypsy's neck.
That ought to take care of horse rustling around Wichita for a while. That was our idea in calling these men together, wasn't it, George?
That was our idea.
All right. Let's go out to the corral and get our horses.
Morning, Mr. Irons, Mr. Creel. Morning, boys. Morning, Marshal. You riding out somewhere?
Is that any of your business, Earp?
I hope it isn't.
Well, it ain't, so get off my corral gate.
Now, look, I know where you're headed and why you're headed there. I'm going to ask you to cool off and think it over.
You aiming to stop us?
Yep.
You hired out to handle horse thieving, among other things around Wichita. You haven't done it.
So?
So, maybe we can handle it better.
Like stringing up a gypsy?
Yeah. If he's the one that slugged Casey and stole George Irons' horse last night.
Well, that'd be murder, Mr. Creel, the way you're going to go about it.
Even if we can prove he stole my horse?
Well, you prove it to me and I'll put him in jail. Then you got to prove it to the judge. That's the law.
And this is my corral and we're coming in to get our horses.
I shouldn't wonder you could do it. There's enough of you. But how many will there be when you get on the other side of this gate?
You can't bluff me, Earp.
Well, I'm not trying to bluff you, Mr. Creel. I'm just asking you to stop and think whether any horse you ever rode is worth a hole in your shirt. Or one in yours, Mr. Irons. Your family can get along a lot better without that horse than it can without you.
Are we going to let him buffalo us?
Mr. Casey, you want to be the first one through the gate?
I ain't going to let no young squirt back me down. Put up that gun. Give me an even draw.
All right. Go ahead. Take him over to Dr. Brick's office. I'm going to ride out to the gypsy camp, see if they got any strange horses in their string.
All right, Marshal. We'll try it your way. Just once more.
I advise you to get rid of those guns. They're a heavy drag on the ribs.
Guess off.
Hello, Marshal.
Morning, son. Anna.
Good morning, Mr. Earp. Would you like some coffee?
Didn't come for coffee, thanks. I'd like to talk. It's not very much like the old buffalo hunting days, is it?
Not much.
I see married life kind of settles a man.
Did you come here to talk to me about married life?
No. As a matter of fact, I'm in a little trouble.
I hope I can help you, as you have often helped me.
I think you can.
How?
Well, by answering some questions. Another horse was stolen last night. Right in the edge of town.
I know. A roan off of George Cheyenne's ranch.
How do you know about it?
We have ways of knowing things. There is no roan horse on this ranch. You can look around if you like.
No, I've already looked. Son, what do you know about these wagon families living on your land?
You know I don't discuss the affairs of my people.
No, they're not really your people. Now, since you married a wife from Ohio and homesteaded this land, you haven't been riding with the wagons.
I respect the customs.
Well, we've got an old custom in this part of the country for horse stealing called hanging. I don't respect it. But if the rustling keeps up, I don't know what I can do about it.
We did not steal that horse last night.
What about the other 6 horses that disappeared lately?
No.
You give me your word as a friend or a gypsy?
A friend.
All right. But the ranchers think differently. They found this mask on the West Fork Road last night near where the horse was stolen.
Gypsies don't need masks to steal horses. That proves we did not do it. It's an old trick, Marshal. Someone trying to throw suspicion on us.
Suspicion in my eye. They can use this as evidence against you. Well, you'd have had a gang of visitors carrying guns and ropes if I hadn't stopped them.
In a gypsy camp, every gun in every wagon is loaded.
Hassan, whether you're my friend or not, you don't want to pitch battle against the ranchers. They'd kill half your people.
I thank you for preventing it.
Look, will you help me find out what's happening to these horses?
No, I don't dare.
I'll back you up. I'll make you my special deputy.
Don't you understand? The law is an enemy that hounded the gypsies in every land. I cannot work with the law. It is forbidden.
You mean your own people would dry gulch you? Take your choice.
Here he comes. All right, Marshal, did you turn up my horse?
Casson said he didn't steal any horses.
We know all about you and Casson, Earp.
He's an honest man.
You back the gypsies and we go on losing horses. Is that it?
No. But since we don't know where to go to find the rustlers, maybe we can bring the rustlers to us. Try staking out a couple of good animals.
Decoys, eh?
That's right. Close by town where I can keep my eye on them.
Might work.
Nothing else has. Mr. Irons, will you lend me a couple of your horses for the job?
Why 2 and why mine?
Because you raise the best stock in Kansas and because we got to stake out something the rustlers can't resist stealing.
And the marshal's office is going to be watching them?
Yep.
Then you better use somebody else's horses.
Hold it. I don't think you meant that, did you? I don't think you meant that I'm in on any deal that might lose you your horses.
I don't recall saying you were in on it, Earp. But I do know valuable stock's been disappearing, right under your nose.
Make you feel any better if I appoint you special deputy for the job?
I've got a ranch to run, Earp.
What about your wrangler, Casey? He's been with you for over 9 years. You ought to trust him.
Casey, you heard the marshal's proposition. Want to work with him a couple of days?
Sure. Why not? Make it a crack at whoever slugged me.
All right. Now, it's to your men's interest to keep this quiet. So keep it among yourselves.
All right.
Anything on the road in?
Yeah, jackrabbits.
Yeah. Nothing moving around here.
That's where he was, Wyatt. Hiding under that bridge. The man in the mask that slugged me.
I've been staked out here since about dark, waiting for him.
They're playing this one close to the vest.
Casey, you go turn your horses loose in that field over there.
Yeah, I know. Irons told me.
Anything to eat?
Nope.
Well, I'll bring you some dinner.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Bud Creel. Come on in.
Any sign of him?
Nope.
The Dutchman wants you in town, Herb. Some cowhands that get included in this place.
You want to watch with Casey?
I don't need nobody.
I'll watch till my night stage goes out, just after midnight.
I'll be by later, Casey.
Casey.
He's dead.
They got your horses, too, George.
And where's that marshal?
Forget the marshal. Let's trail those horses. How'd you mark their shoes?
We didn't. Casey took their shoes off, so whoever stole them couldn't ride off fast.
It'll be easy to track them barefoot. Come on. Look at those tracks. They had them tied out here.
Look at these. They'd ride into Casson's camp. Bud, there he is. Their own.
Right out in the open. Why, those gypsies... Take it easy, George. There's a dozen guns in that camp. Hadn't we better go back to town and raise some riders?
You can do anything you like, but that's my roan horse. Him and me go back to town together. Get out of here.
Don't go near that horse. We'll have trouble. You two go on back to town.
What are you doing here?
Earning my wages. I found Casey dead about an hour ago. Tracked your horse to Casson's waterhole.
The horse was brought dead before dawn by someone trying to make it appear that we had stolen it.
I wouldn't talk too much, Casson. What you say can be used against you.
Or against you, Herb.
Yeah. What about George's other horse, Marshal?
I wouldn't know about that. But right now, if I were you two, I wouldn't pick a private fight. Take a good look around you.
Do they think they can take my horse?
They think Casson's being framed by the law. Casson, tell your people that I'm not going to frame you, that I'm your friend.
And tell them if they gun us, half of Wichita will be out here on a run.
Or shoot them like sheep. Burn their wagons.
Shut up, Creel.
Casson, tell your people that you're going into town as my prisoner because I promised you justice. Tell them they've got to back my play. Because with that horse being found in your camp, if you don't go in town with me, I can't keep you from a lynching.
Vayate con los pados. Váyanos las pistolas. Grigona!
All right, you two go on into town. We'll be right behind you. get your things. Cousin, trust me, it's the only way. Who is it?
Annie Castle.
Come on. Sit down. Took a big chance coming here tonight. Gypsies aren't too popular.
I thought the town was asleep.
I was not going to be sleeping on this one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can't let you see Cousin.
Oh, I understand. I had to bring him his supper. He'll only eat gypsy food.
Yeah, I know. I told him if he'd just starved to death, it might save us a lot of trouble.
Why, this isn't a joke, Mr. Earp. I came here for something else. I had to warn you.
About what?
Some of the ranchers are planning to break into jail and take Casson.
You know that? How?
I can't tell you.
Well, how can I believe you?
When a gypsy woman reads the ranch-wise fortunes, she learns a lot more than she tells. You've got to stop them, Mr. Earp. On my word, the gypsies didn't steal those horses. Casson is innocent.
You're his wife, you'd say that.
It's true. You know he's not a horse thief. You're his friend. You can't let them hang him.
Now, look, Anna, there's only one of me. There'll be 100 of those jug-crazy cowhands. If they start here, I don't know if I can stop them.
The rancher's wife said it might be tonight.
The necktie party? I better sleep here in the jail, then.
Why, you'd give your life for him, wouldn't you, Mr. Earp?
Look, Anna, if you want to save your husband, you better get your people to try and find out who stole those horses.
We'll try to find out.
And tell them this much for me. They're not doing the law a favor. Casson's their blood. It's him they're helping. Now, you better go on home. Take the alley. I think you'll be all right. I can't go with you.
Thank you, Mr. Earp.
Good night, Anna.
What? Things are kind of piling up on you.
Uh-huh. They're really piling up.
They say they'll force your resignation if Casson doesn't hang or if one more horse is stolen.
Yeah, well, one more horse has been stolen.
What?
Rome belonging to George Irons, the evidence against Casson.
But that horse was in your custody, locked in your stable.
I know it. Last night while I was on guard duty, somebody pried the steel bar off the stable and the Rome's gone.
Where were your deputies?
I only had 2 of them yesterday.
Well, listen, I'll serve White if you want to swear me in.
No. 1 gun more or less would make any difference if they come for Casson tonight.
You think they'll try?
Yeah. First, they'll be here sometime this afternoon asking for my resignation. Not being able to stop somebody from stealing a horse that was placed in my custody, and I can't say I blame them.
Well, I can.
All they know is that they were brought up believing that the only way to stop horse stealing was to hang some man. They're breaking windows, trying to decoy me outside. Don't worry, I won't leave the jail. Town can pick up glass off the streets, but not blood. Get away from that window.
Open up!
Who's there?
It's me, Murdoch. You wanted over at Doc for Breeks.
You know I can't leave here.
It's Casson's wife. She's hurt. Some drunken cowhand turned over her wagon. She said she's got to talk to you.
You stay here. Lock the door behind me.
He's leaving the jail. Keep your eyes on him. I'll report to Bud Creel.
Go around the back.
Your men are getting liquored up all over town. We can't hold them much longer, Earp or no Earp.
Bud, Earp just left the jail.
Which way's he heading?
Well, I don't know, but they're watching him on every corner.
All your men are waiting for is a signal. Let's give it to them.
Marshal went into Dr. Breek's office and came right out. He's walking down the street and headed this way.
Well, boys, I believe Earp's come to his senses, coming down here to make a deal. Jenks, if he steps inside, bolt the door behind him. I'll go out back and lock my stable door. Then we'll have him boxed while the hands go to work on the jail.
Welcome committee, huh? Every man that lost a horse. Well, that's good. Except Bud Creel, where's he?
Just back in the stable. He'll be right in.
Maybe I better talk to him there. Alone. I'd stay out of it if I were you.
Well, Mr. Earp, so you're quitting on your gypsy partner.
No, not just yet.
What'd you come down here for? Resign or make a deal?
I came down here to get George Iron's horse.
You mean the one someone stole right out of your own stable last night?
You stole that horse, Mr. Creel.
Me?
That's right, you. Only you hadn't had time to run him out of town yet.
He's accusing me of rustling those horses.
That's right. You hid him out here in this stable until your night stage left. Then your drivers ran him south. That's how all your stock has been disappearing, gentlemen. Right down the open trail on Mr. Creel's stage run. At night and under harness, where nobody'd ever think to look for a stolen horse.
You've got no proof of that, Earp.
I guess you'll be surprised to know I got it from the gypsies.
From the gypsies?
That's right. Last night they spotted your 2 stolen horses at Creel's first relay station south. I just got the word.
And you take the word of a lying gypsy?
That's no proof.
Proof's right under our nose. Only we couldn't see it.
Where'd he get his gun?
There's your roan, Mr. Irons. He killed Casey, then he sent those 2 horses of yours out of town, pulling the night stage. Then he planted the roan horse at the gypsy camp where we found it. His game was going so good, he got a little greedy last night. He had to steal it back from me.
And he was holding it in this blind stall for his late stage run tonight.
That's right. Figured tonight'd be an easy one, with the whole town busy hanging a gypsy. So you men, give me a hand. We'll take him over to Doc Fabrice.
And the jail, Mr. Creel.
Get in there.
What's happened?
Got a more important customer. Got to turn you out.
You are not quitting on me, are you, Marshal? What about that mob outside?
Anna cleared your casa. She's waiting inside. Go on, get in there.
Yeah. What about that mob outside, Earp? They're liquored up and they're carrying a rope.
You ought to know. You gave it to them. Yeah, listen. They're sure hankering for a horse thief.
You're not going to let him come in and get me, are you, Earp?
No. That'd still be murder, Mr. Creel.
What are you going to do?
Guess I'll just have to sleep another night in jail. Good night.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
The friendship between Wyatt Earp and Ben Thompson, outlaw, killer, and one of the fastest hands with a .45 in the western country, was a great trial to Marshal Earp. He had won Ben's gratitude by saving his drunkard brother Bill from the gallows. In return, Ben had saved Wyatt from being bushwhacked in Wichita. Now, as Marshal of Dodge City, Wyatt would have been more than satisfied to call matters even.
All right, get your bets down, men. Here comes the next guy. Jimmy? Harry? Charlie?
Hold it, Ben.
What's wrong?
We want to see that deal box.
You calling me a cheat?
Yeah. You're a cheat. You hit Buck Sandage. Looks like Thompson's finished. Come on, we gotta help Buck. He looks pretty bad. We better get him into Dodge.
Ben! Ben!
You sure Thompson's dead?
You killed him, you dirty tramp!
Oh, that's a fine thing. Get myself all busted up so I can't use a gun.
Shh. They might come back. You're gonna have to hole up in your room.
No, we'll make a run for it.
You can't. You can hide upstairs.
All right, if it's gotta be.
Dooley! Dooley, give me a hand here.
Quiet. You still friends with Ben Thompson?
What'd he do now?
He just plugged Buck Sandage, foreman of the Circle Bar. Sandage was dead before they could get him to town.
Well, when you start gunning with Ben, that's what you can expect.
According to talk around the saloon, Sandage got it in the back.
Ben wouldn't do that. Where's Ben now?
I don't know. Some say he's dead, some say he's only wounded.
Where'd all this happen?
Out at the old Three Forks Tavern, out in the county. Ben had set up a faro game there.
Well, tell me inside.
Well, the Circle Bar boys sent for their boss, Riggs Miller. They say if Ben Thompson's not dead already, they're going to hang him.
Well, if he's still alive, I should let him hang. He never does anything according to law. Well, Sandage shoot him up?
Not by himself, no, sir. They say there was about a half a dozen Circle Bar boys in on it.
It sounds like Ben. He never did think about the odds in a gunfight. Blasting away against a half a dozen guns. You know, he's fast, but he's not that fast. Well, there's nothing I can do to help him. He can't expect me to...
Wyatt, how about me taking a couple of deputies and riding out there?
Why?
Look, Wyatt. I don't know Ben Thompson, but I do know Riggs Miller and the Circle Bar boys. They're nothing but a bunch of murdering hoodlums. See, they've never ridden into Dodge since you've been marshal. But ask anybody about them. Now, if I'd ever been friends with Ben Thompson, the first thing that I would...
All right. All right. I'm still friends with Ben. Lord's punishing me for my sins, I reckon.
Well, we all of us got a cross to bear of some kind of another.
I'll go. If Ben's still alive, he'll be expecting his dear old pal. But don't you mention this to anybody, understand?
Don't you want me to come along?
No. I can't mess in this officially. I've got to think up some kind of a trick to get out there so the Circle Bar won't know who I am.
Hey!
Well, howdy. I'm Dr. Murdoch. You got a Mr. Ben Thompson here?
You'll find him upstairs, Doc. My name's Miller, Riggs Miller, owner of the Circle Bar.
Well, Mr. Miller, I'm glad to know you. Here, give me a hand.
I'll help you.
Thank you. Yeah, Doc McCarty said there'd been quite a gunfight.
Thompson killed my foreman.
Oh. Yeah, well, there must have been a lot of lead flying around, huh?
He shot Buck Sandage in the back. We want to know if Thompson's well enough to hang.
I'll tell you later. Howdy.
Hold it. Who are you?
I'm Dr. Murdoch. Come to see Mr. Thompson.
You from Dodge City?
Yep.
The only doctor I know from there is Doc McCarty.
Well, I'm his new helper. Now, you want me to see Mr. Thompson or not?
I suppose you'll do. Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, no, not you.
Howdy, Ben.
Wyatt, this is the most darn beautiful thing. I told Marcia you wouldn't risk it, but you
Nothing
did.
like that at all.
What do you mean?
Come here to put you under arrest.
What kind of a pal are you? What are you arresting me for?
Well, Riggs Miller told me that you shot one of his foremen in the back.
Now, you know me better than that, Wyatt. He was shot by one of his own stupid friends. That bunt line is really something.
You just lay back, take it easy. Doc McCarty gave me some medicine to douse you with here. Try and get you to his office as soon as possible.
How many Circle Bar men are waiting downstairs?
About a half a dozen.
Well, I don't want you to make no fight for me. You just get me to a horse and let me make a run for it, all right?
Nope, you're my prisoner.
Can't you quit thinking like a John Law for 2 minutes? I could end up in jail. Then what? I'd have to stand trial, maybe get the rope or something.
Will you hold your hand still?
I had to know. How is he, Doctor?
Doctor?
He isn't a doctor?
No, Angel. This is my pal, Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Miss Marcia Duval.
Howdy.
Are you really Ben's best friend?
I'm his best enemy.
What a mind for fun. He don't waste words like I do, Angel. He puts them all in a nutshell.
Best enemy? What's that?
Let me explain it to her, Wyatt. My dear friend here is going to take me down there through those Circle Bar men, then to Dodge City to stand trial for murder.
You call him a dear friend? Well, he's not a friend. If you were a true friend, you'd kill those men outside and turn Ben loose.
Now, honey, you just keep...
Please, both of you, look. Ben's got no other choice. If he doesn't come with me, well, the Circle Bar's going to lynch him. If he does go with me, I promise him a fair trial in Dodge. Now, you get in that buggy of mine and follow us to Dodge.
I'm with you, pal.
But, Ben, you
Now,
can't...
honey, you just keep still and listen to Wyatt. Go ahead, Wyatt.
Here, sit down. Now, I think I can stall Riggs Miller for a few minutes by telling him that you're about to die. Where are your horses?
Out back. They were. I'll see. They're still there, but a Circle Bar cowhand is watching them.
Miller's men have got their horses in the stable, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm talking to Miller. I want you to go out and set fire to the stable. Can you do that?
Of course.
I told you he had brains. I'll sneak down the back stairs. And when all the excitement starts, I'll make a break for the horses, right?
No. You hide in the doorway until I get a chance to go around there and cover you.
He thinks of everything.
Look, Ben, there may be a hitch. Miller may get suspicious and not talk too long. So when you come out and head for the stable, you kind of cry a little bit, see, and just sort of wonder that way. If you hear any shooting, you know something went wrong. You get yourself on your horse the best way you can and pull him towards Texas.
Wait a minute. How do you know I ain't gonna do that anyway?
Well, you agreed to go back to Dodge. You never have lied to me yet.
He always was a mind reader.
But if you've got to go on trial in Dodge City...
Shut up. Go start the fire.
Well, Doc, how is he?
Not good. Not good at all, Mr. Miller. Oh, he's in a coma. He's got blood poison. Maybe last an hour, maybe less.
You sure?
Mr. Miller, I'm just giving you my professional opinion. We don't have any drugs out here to treat blood poisoning. In Mr. Thompson's case, we had... Well, I guess it happened.
Kind of sudden, wasn't it?
Mr. Miller, you can't hold a stopwatch on death. Guess you better go up there and sign that certificate.
Mind if I go along?
No. Just a second, Mr. Miller. I've decided that this is none of your business.
What?
Yeah, you're not a relative, Mr. Thompson. As a matter of fact, you're not even a close friend. You can't go up there. I said you couldn't go up there.
Why?
The boss went up to have a look at Ben Thompson. Let's go up and have a look ourselves, huh?
Okay.
Stable's on fire! Help, the stable's on fire!
All right, boys, get the horses out of there. Come on, get the horses out, boys. Hey, you men in the bunkhouse, there's water on there. Ah, come on, get the horses out.
Ben.
Some water on that fire. All right, boys, come on, hurry up. Get those horses out there. Come on, up. Look, there's Ben in the dock. It's a trick. Hit the saddle, men. After him.
What are we stopping here for? We don't have too much of a lead.
You need a rest. Come on.
Just give me a drink. I'll be all right. It's right here in my
I'll give
pocket.
it to you on the ground. Come on.
Swing your leg over. Now watch. Watch it.
Here.
Come on. Come on.
How do you feel?
Pretty sore. Wyatt, they're going to be along here any minute now. Those people down in Dodge will probably turn in a hanging verdict anyway, so why don't you just go ahead on and save them the trouble?
Because I don't like Riggs Miller. Anyway, those cowhands don't know how far this whole bunt line can shoot. Try and pick a couple of them off their horses. I think it's a buffalo gun shooting at them. Well, here they come.
They got a rifle. Take for cover.
Go ahead. Cripple the rest of them.
There's no point in it, Ben. They've had enough.
You got local. We got 3 men hit.
Getting back on their horses?
Yeah, but I'll make you bet they turn around.
How much you want to bet?
Quart of ice cold milk?
Done, you reckless, plunging gambler, you. One quart of ice-cold milk, I always say. You know, you're pretty good with that overgrown colt.
It's no colt. It's a stallion. I'll never stop thanking Mr. Buntline for having it made for me. Can you make it to Dodge?
I'll be there when they hang me. Come on. Well, I'll be doggone. Angel, you got wings.
Get your hands up, Mr. Earp. This is as far as Ben goes with you.
Now, honey, we don't point guns at our friends, so give Mr. Earp the gun.
It's not what he says, it's what the jury will say.
Are you going to give him that gun?
It's foolish to trust a jury. Ben, I'm begging you. You know better than...
Marcia, give me that gun.
Give the man the gun.
What will you do if they convict him?
Miss Marcy, I promised Ben he'd get justice. Here, you ride in the buggy with her.
You know, if I could use my hands, Angel, I'd give you a good spanking. He's already saved me from the circle bar rope, and if I got a hang in Dodge, we'll be square. I owe him a hanging.
I'm afraid you put Mr. Hunt in a difficult position as circuit attorney, Wyatt. He thinks Thompson's sure to be convicted.
Why?
The circle bar outfit has 10 witnesses ready to swear Thompson shot their foreman in the back. Now, who's going to testify for Thompson?
Well, I can't betray a confidence. Anyway, I don't think Mr. Hunt would want to take unfair advantage.
No, but I still think Thompson ought to plead guilty. I'll be as moderate as the evidence allows.
Thank you, Judge. But Ben says he's innocent.
Very well. One last point. I hope you don't get involved, Wyatt. I know you feel indebted to Thompson, but there's a limit. Oh. Good night, Wyatt.
Good night, sir.
That'll be all, Mr. Thompson.
Your Honor, the defendant has told his story of what happened. Since he is not represented by counsel, the court should be reminded that the defendant is entitled to offer witnesses in support of his character and reputation for the truth. Mr. Thompson, do you wish to offer witnesses to your character?
Well, my pal, Marshal Earp said he'd put in a word for me.
Marshal Earp. Marshal? The defendant wishes you to testify as a character witness.
All right, Mr. Hunt.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Take the stand. Marshal Earp, how long have you known the defendant?
Well, about 4 years, sir.
And what would you say is his general reputation for telling the truth?
Well, I'd say it was good, sir.
On what do you base your opinion?
Well, Mr. Thompson's never lied to me or anybody else, as far as I know.
You say he tells the truth. What is your opinion of his character in general?
It's bad, sir.
The court asked that you explain more specifically to the jurors.
Well, sir, Mr. Thompson is a gambler, and sometimes he cheats.
Isn't he a notorious gunman?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson has killed several men in gunfights?
Yes, he has.
And what would you say of his reputation for morals?
You mean with women?
Yes.
Well, his reputation is bad.
A crooked gambler, a killer, a man with no moral scruples in his treatment of women, and yet you say that his story here of the killing of Buck Sandage can be the truth?
Yes, sir. Mr. Thompson doesn't have to shoot anybody in the back. He's as fast with a gun as I am.
And is he as truthful as you are, Marshal?
Well, I think so, yes, sir.
Isn't his truthfulness inconsistent with the rest of his character?
No, sir. You see, Mr. Thompson's done a lot of bad things, but, well, he has a great respect for the truth, and he's always been loyal to a friend.
Are you a friend of his, Marshal?
No, sir. Well, Mr. Thompson thinks of me as a friend, but I can't honestly say that I am. He's usually on the other side of the law.
Then you're not qualified to testify as to his loyalty.
Yes, sir, I am.
Now, how's that?
Well, sir, when I was bringing Mr. Thompson into Dodge, why, Miss Marcia there, she got the drop on me with the gun, and, well, Mr. Thompson could have escaped, but he didn't. No, sir. Instead, he had Miss Marcia hand the gun over to me.
Out of loyalty to you.
Well, we made a deal.
A deal?
Yes, sir. I told Mr. Thompson that if he and Miss Marcia would cooperate with me, I'd try and save him from being lynched by the Circle Bar outfit.
Just what does the word cooperate mean in this so-called deal?
He agreed to come to Dodge with me and stand trial.
And in refusing to run away, he kept his word.
Yes, sir. He sure did.
Mr. Hunt, your witness.
State has no questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, Marshal Earp.
In fact, the state will waive closing argument and ask the court to instruct the jury.
Very well. Gentlemen, the issue in this case is quite simple. Did the defendant, Mr. Thompson, tell the truth? Now, if you believe that he did, it's your duty.
Here's how I see it. Marshal Earp told the whole truth, good and bad, about Thompson. The telling point to me was that Ben is faster than a snake's tongue with a .45. You don't have to shoot no men in the back. And come to think of it, I never heard of Ben lying to anybody, did you? So my vote is for acquittal. All in favor? Aye. We'll go tell the judge. Ben ain't guilty.
Fine thing. Jury sets me free, and right away you gotta run me out of town.
I don't want any trouble.
I can understand that, Wyatt. But is this any way to treat your pal, not even letting him have his guns? What are people gonna think?
I don't care what they think. You're a bad character, and you never caused me anything but trouble. Quit calling me pal. Stop bragging about us being friends.
Now, I know you don't mean that. I love you like a brother.
Oh, look, Ben.
What is it?
Briggs Miller and one of his hoodlums. That doorway yonder.
Give me a gun.
You can't shoot.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Just put it in my right hand here.
All right. If they jump us, you take Miller. I don't want to be tempted.
You better quit this shooting to cripple, Wyatt. One of these days it's going to be fatal. To you. Where do you hit, pal?
On the leg.
Here, take my arm.
Never mind, it's just a nick.
Wyatt, you're hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. Come you men, help me get him over to the doc's office.
Look, leave me alone. I'm all right. I can do it myself.
There, you see, you can't be too careful. Marcia, you and me are going to have to stay with Wyatt. Nurse him night and day.
Yes, Ben.
What did I ever do to deserve this?
Look, will you leave me alone? I can do it myself. I can get there all right.
You run on ahead. Get the doc ready. A couple of you men get this street cleaned up here.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
A lot of historical nonsense has been written about the friendship between Wyatt Earp and Dr. John H. Holliday. Doc has been called everything from a horse thief to a bloody-minded killer. Many people criticized Wyatt Earp for associating with Doc Holliday, but none of them knew how this friendship began.
Doc Holliday runs a big money card game. He's got a sign that says for fighters to keep out. So don't come crying to me. If you got a beef, take it up with Doc Holliday. Well, then don't go making remarks about Doc. You ain't been in good humor lately. Good heavens, not Wyatt Earp. Put her there.
Howdy, Mr. Shancy.
I ain't seen you since the 4th of July, '68 in old Cheyenne.
Come on, but you didn't see me. You were too busy looking at Mike Donovan's fists.
I can still feel them.
Well, he was a little too young for you and too fast, but you put up a mighty good fight. Oh, sir, there never came any braver in the fight ring than old John Shancy.
Well, thanks, Wyatt. Have a drink?
No.
Say, you didn't look me up after all these years just to spread molasses. You want something.
You know, you're right. Yeah, I'm looking for a Dave Rudabaugh or any of his crowd. They've been robbing Santa Fe payrolls. Well, Pat Masterson took a posse down into Texas after him, but I got word that some of Rudabaugh's men visit your camp occasionally.
Well, none that I know of for certain, Wyatt.
Oh. I heard you mention a Doc Holliday to that cattleman. By any chance you mean Dr. John H. Holliday from Valdosta, Georgia?
Let's do ourselves a favor, Wyatt. Leave Doc out of this.
The Santa Fe detectives told me that Doc Holliday had a little row with one of Rudabaugh's boys in Dallas.
Well, Doc has rows with lots of people. That don't mean he talked to you.
Any harm in asking him?
He ain't been feeling well. His touch is a rattler with a sore fang. I tell you what. Now, my barkeep over in the tavern knows one of the men you're after, Mike Rourke.
Thanks.
Mike is a chief gun for Rudabaugh. Now, why don't you pretend to the barkeep that you want to send Mike a friendly tip? Anything to start him talking, understand?
What's your barkeep's name?
Tim Riley.
Tim Riley. Well, I'll tell him that my name is Seamus McEarp.
Will I be after seeing you, Seamus?
That you will.
There's a lawman in camp. He's heading this way.
He wouldn't be after you now, would he, Grimes?
He better not be. I need that shotgun, Riley.
All right. Take it.
Medicine, Riley. Medicine.
Oh, sure. Sure, Doc.
Howdy. You Mr. Tim Riley?
I am.
Wonder if you could get a message to Mike for me.
Mike who?
Mike Rourke. He's a friend of mine. He did
Up with him. Quick. Turn around. Get his eyes, Riley. You're no friend of Mike's. You want time to pray, you want it quick.
Hey, Skunky.
What?
You're Skunky Grimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You owe me $50.
Oh, that's right, Doc.
You lost so much weight, I didn't...
Hey, you! Hit the floor!
About 50.
Your gun, sir.
Thank you.
Well, I should be thanking you, Dr. Holliday. You pulled me out of a kind of tight spot.
You can't be a former patient of mine.
No, sir.
I thought not. My patients hate me.
Here's your guns, mister. And I'd like to have my shotgun back. I'm sorry, Marshal, but I had to go along with Skunky's play.
I understand. Here, you keep this for me. Throw some water on him and patch him up.
I will.
You mind telling me why you slid me your gun?
It would disillusion you, sir.
I'd still like to hear it.
Very well. Grimes owed me money. If he had shot you, he'd have gone on the run. As it turned out, in this best of all possible worlds, I got my money back. I didn't have to kill Grimes. Now, if you'll excuse me, sir.
Would you tolerate one more question, Doctor?
One more.
Can you tell me where I can find Mike Rourke?
I could, but I won't.
All right, sir.
Hold on. What's your name?
Wyatt Earp.
And all the time I thought it was a fluke shot you threw at Skunky. Handsome, fast with a gun, and in the best of health. Get out of my sight, sir.
Well, if Doc won't talk about Rourke, that's it. Well, didn't he do enough for you? I never heard of Doc Holliday going out of his way to help a living soul.
Well, maybe you don't know him.
Know him as well as anyone does. He's an ill-tempered, selfish fella. Got a tongue rough as a number 5 file.
Is he sick?
Consumption.
That explains a lot. But it doesn't explain why.
Uh-oh. Curse of the Irish. Miss Kate. Plague on her.
Who's she?
Mrs. Holliday. Doc Holliday's wife. I gotta make myself scarce.
Chesney! No, you don't! Stop right where you are. Is Dr. Holliday here?
Yes.
Well, thanks for not lying to me. What was the idea of sending back all my letters stamped address unknown?
Doc told me to.
All right. I need accommodations for myself, my coachman, and my maid. How about it?
Now, look, Mrs. Holliday. You and Doc been fighting. Now, don't get me mixed in any family quarrels.
That fight's all over with. All right, where do I stay?
Well, I'll have to ask Doc first.
You big coward. Are you afraid of my husband?
No, ma'am.
Maybe you're not. Where'd you find him?
He's Wyatt Earp, Marshal of Dodge City.
Oh. How do you and the doctor get along?
Pretty well.
That's a break. You're not afraid to deliver a message to him?
No, ma'am.
Just tell him I'm in town with $30,000. Will you do that? And tell him he'd better act friendly toward me. You better mention the name Mike Rourke. That's a cinch to interest His Highness. Chauncey, why don't you get some manners?
All right. Drive on to the tavern. I got a matter to discuss with you.
Don't you let him scare you about the doctor. You promised to deliver that message.
It'll be delivered, ma'am.
Good. Drive on, James.
Yes, ma'am. That woman's a hellion.
Yeah, she looks like she's a good match for the doctor. Well, I can't let tender passion interfere with official business. You really afraid of her?
That's like asking me if I'm scared of the White Witch of Kilkenny.
Full speeds. P4.
Nine of spades. P9. The Black Knight. Ace of hearts. Pay the ace. Three of diamond. Pay the three.
You're on the wrong side of the table, aren't you?
I got a message from Mrs. Holliday.
She in town? Hank, you take over. Back room.
Your wife said to mention Mike Rourke. She seemed to have some information about Rourke. I want to give you fair notice, Doctor. If you still refuse to talk, I'm going to try and get the information out of Mrs. Holliday.
You have a one-track mind.
Well, that's my job, Doctor.
I was talking to Bill Tilghman about you a couple of months ago. He called you Deacon Earp.
Well, they elected me deacon of the church to keep order.
The law seems to be your religion.
So?
What a man believes is no business of mine. Bill Tilghman says you're an honest man. That's good enough for me, or I wouldn't even bother with you. You want Rock. So do I. And I got first claim.
Why do you want him, Doctor?
I'm not in the witness chair. All I ask is first crack at Rock.
You want to kill him?
Perhaps, if that's necessary.
Well, why don't you just shoot him up a little bit? That would leave me a prisoner to question.
Can't promise that. But regarding Mrs. Holliday, you can ask her anything you want. Anything. I'm just not in the mood for domestic things. You'll excuse me, sir.
The door. Yes. Oh, Marshal Earp, come in. Clear out now, both of you. Did you see Dr. Holliday?
Yes, sir.
How is he? Pale? Coughing all the time?
He's not too well, ma'am.
What size glass is he using for his whiskey?
A water glass.
I thought so. Fine life for a man in his condition. Smoky saloons, whiskey, day and night. Did you give him my message?
Yes, he said he didn't want to be bothered with domestic things. Well, I'm sorry, ma'am, but that's what he said.
I'm used to that. Didn't the mention of Rourke have any effect?
Yes, ma'am, I think they have a quarrel.
Oh. And that means he expects Rourke to come into camp. Another gunfight.
I reckon so, ma'am.
Did he tell you why?
No, ma'am.
Will you charge me to arrest Dr. Holliday?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't do that, ma'am.
Why not?
Because he could sue both of us for false arrest, and you'd be liable to perjury. See, the doctor hasn't robbed any stages or trains, ma'am.
But it'll save his life.
How?
I want the doctor to quit all this. Go to Colorado, take the cure.
Oh, I see.
The doctor can't last at this rate. Rourke never rides alone. It'll be a gunfight with Dr. Holliday against maybe 10 men.
Probably.
And you won't do anything.
Well, there's nothing to do, Mrs. Holliday. You see, I came here to arrest Rourke for robbing Santa Fe trains. Now, the only way to head off a fight between Rourke and your husband is, well, for me to get to Rourke first.
But if you don't, will you help the doctor in his fight?
Well, I can't even do that, ma'am. You see, I want to arrest Rourke. Dr. Holliday wants to kill him.
Men. Fighting, killing, letting us worry about you, and then sticking together against us.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but...
No, you're not sorry, but you will be. And so will the great Dr. John H. Holliday. Get out! Get out!
Yes, yes.
And I don't see why you blame me, Doc. You didn't give me no direct order to keep Mrs. Holliday out of camp.
It's not what I'm sore about.
And what is it, then?
You seeked Wyatt Earp onto me.
I did not. I told him flat not to bother you. I even told him not to take your wife's message.
All right, Jack. All right, it's my own cussedness. Earp is a good man, and I hate good men.
Ah, now, Doc.
Earp has a mission. He's risking his life for $250 a month. He wants Mike Rock. He may try to interfere when I settle a trivial and human row with Mike. Good men always arouse the worst in me. It's not that I envy him. Earp just doesn't have any logic. And I have great respect for logic.
Well, sure, Doc. You got a college degree.
Yes, yes. Doctor of Dental Science from Johns Hopkins. How very logical. Fixing teeth for people who deserve to live on mush. No, Jack. That's almost as stupid as being Wyatt Earp and chasing a train robber. I ask you, what is the Santa Fe Railroad? Why shouldn't it be robbed like the rest of us?
Well, now, you got me there, Doc.
And another point.
Dr. John, it's Miss Kate.
What's that?
Miss Kate, she's sick. Awful sick. She's got the misery.
Oh, shut up, Jim, shut up.
But Dr. John...
All right, all right. Sounds like appendicitis. I'll come.
Bless you, Dr. John.
Send up a quart of whiskey to Mrs. Holliday's room. She's had these attacks before. I may have to operate.
Peggy, stop fidgeting. Stop. Now, just one look at your face and he'll know I'm not sick.
All right, Miss...
And I don't want you to try to argue me out of it. Now, has James got the coach ready at the back door?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you know what you're going to do. You're going to help James and me tie up the doctor. Then you...
Shh! He's coming.
Have you been eating grapes, my dear?
No, John, no. It's just indigestion. James and Peggy were scared, so I...
Now, Katie, please. You might have a burst appendix.
No, John, please. Shh. Oh. 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 James. 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 Peggy. Quick. Help me tie him up. Hurry.
Hey, Mr. Shancy.
Not now. A desperate case. Mrs. Holliday, bad sick.
What do you mean she's sick? I just saw her 10 minutes ago. She was fine.
Sudden attack. The doc's up there now.
Where's her carriage and horses?
Out and back by the stable. Where would they be? Look, the doc's in a hurry for this. He can't operate without it.
Be careful of him. I'll open the carriage door.
I'm sorry, Miss Kate.
You. Stand back. Keep out of our way.
No.
Where's my gun?
Mercy's sake, you can't shoot a marshal.
Put him down.
Yes, sir.
I'll never forgive you for this.
Assault and abduction. Now, you let me take care of Dr. Holliday. You take Mrs. Holliday inside.
Come on, Miss Kate.
You haven't seen the end of me, Wyatt Earp. I'll get my husband out of here. It's the last thing I'll do. You can't stop me.
I don't like it. We haven't heard from Grimes.
What are you so leery of, Mike?
Grimes may not be here. Well, I'm the one Doc Holliday's sore at.
5 against 1? Doc ain't that crazy.
Doc may not even be there. Somebody give Mike a handful of sand for his crawl.
Well, now, ain't you funny? Well, if I do run into the Doc, let's see how brave the rest of you are.
Now, I hope you're not going to hold a grudge against Mrs. Holliday. She thought she was doing what was best for you.
I knew you'd say that.
Why?
You're always trying to do what's best for everybody. Mrs. Holliday wants to shut me up in a hospital. No drinking, no gambling, no women in the way.
You'd get well, wouldn't you?
No, it'd kill me in a month. By doing what's worse for myself, I've stayed alive. Hey, Jack, where's that medicine?
Coming, Doctor. I hope you give the marshal credit for saving you.
I'll never praise anybody for illogical behavior.
Well, what's so illogical about stopping your wife from carting you off bound hand and foot?
I have first claim on Mike Rock. And with me out of the way, the marshal would have no problem. I hope you'll act toward me after this with the worst possible motive, sir.
Well, if I did that, Dr. Holliday, then you'd always understand me.
He gets the point. You got a wonderful talent, Wyatt. You'd make a wonderful, great train robber.
Saints forbid.
He'd be the scourge of the Santa Fe.
You see, the doc doesn't take his own advice. Well, there are no posters on him for high crimes and misdemeanors.
I haven't been identified. That's the reason. Excuse me, gentlemen.
Now, Doctor, you can't go against that many.
Hold it, Mike.
Get out of our way, Doc.
You try it, Mike. Climb down.
Fast. Get over here. Move.
Sit down. You want him alive?
Yes, I do.
Well, then you and Jack hold on to Rock. My business will only take a moment.
Now, wait a minute, Doc. That talk I made about you, it was nothing but a joke.
Hold on or I'll...
I tell you, it was only a joke.
Shut up. This sidewinder told it all over Texas that he came to me for an extraction, and that I pulled the wrong tooth. Open your mouth. By rights, I ought to take out all your upper teeth. Instead, I'll just take two on the left to make sure. Ow! One. Number two coming up. There now. You better pass it all around that I got the right tooth, Mike, or I'll yank every one of them and shoot you to boot. Take them away.
You two men, throw down your guns. Now climb off your horses and patch up those two. You give Mike some laudanum.
We slaughtered them on Rock?
That's right. Go get it.
Very well, Deacon. I hope the whole Rudabaugh crowd jumps you on the way to Dodge City. You'll need more than laudanum.
John! John! Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. I have to go and get some laudanum. The marshal's orders.
What was all this about?
Professional pride, ma'am. Mr. Rourke here insulted Dr. Holliday.
And for that you let him wound two men and torture this one?
Well, those two fellas drew on the doc first. He got just about what he deserved.
That's right, Mrs. Holliday.
My husband shouldn't be allowed to take such risks. I'm going to Dodge City, and when I get there, I'm going to file a complaint against you with the town council.
Yes, sir. Well, you won't be the first one.
No, don't you have nothing to do with him in Dodge, Wyatt.
Well, I suspect I'll be seeing a lot of Dr. Holliday.
Mother in heaven, why?
I think we'll be friends.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail, and none deny it. The legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Marshal Wyatt Earp could never complain that life in Dodge City in 1877 was boresome routine. Most of the shootings, however, occurred south of the deadline and involved shady people. But the alleged killing of Dan Bolton by Reb Thomas was a noted event on the right side of the tracks. Bolton was the town's leading cattle buyer, a man of wealth and influence. When Marshal Earp reached the scene...
Get out of here! Get out!
Nothing to be done?
No, sir, he's shot through the heart.
Dan Bolton, my friend. This drunken fool?
It looks that way, Judge. Threatened Mr. Bolton at the Dodge House bar this afternoon.
He owes me $800. You miserable...
Take it easy, Judge. He was so drunk he didn't know what he was doing.
You'll know in court tomorrow morning.
I'll take him to jail out the back door.
Right. Cheated me on $800.
You want me to tell Mr. Bolton's family?
Huh?
You want me to tell Mr. Bolton's family, sir?
No. I'll do that. Fine reward for being an honest businessman and a decent citizen.
I didn't hear about the trouble soon enough.
Not your fault. Sober that drunk up. Get a confession. I'll attend to the rest.
Judge.
Yeah?
I don't blame you for feeling as you do. But you're still Circuit Judge Tobin.
A hoodlum kills my friend. And I'm supposed to pass sentence as though I never knew Dan. You're right. It was your duty to remind me. Thank you, Wyatt.
Ain't nothing like black coffee. Unless it's canned tomatoes. What was it you wanted to ask me about, Marshal?
Mr. Bolton is dead.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Can't say I'm sorry. He was no good cheating a liar.
You killed him. We found you in his office. This your gun?
Yeah, that's my Colt's Navy.
The gun was in your hand, the cylinder had been fired, and the bullet struck Mr. Bolton in the heart. Well?
Own up to it, Reb. Court will take it easier on you.
Oh, no, sir, I didn't kill him.
Go get a can of tomatoes.
Oh, no, Marshal, I'm sober enough. I aim to get my money or kill him. I'll own up to that, but... When I got up to Dan Bolton's office, I was so blamed drunk I could hardly walk. I guess I must have passed out.
You were wearing this. You remember that?
That's a frontier coat.
Yeah.
It don't belong to me.
Well?
Mr. Thomas, I believe you know Judge Tobin. Are you going to still stick with that cock and bull story of yours?
I told you the truth, Marshal. Dan Bolton deserved killing. If I'd done it, I'd own up to it. Another thing. You folks have been praising up Bolton as a holy fellow when he weren't no such thing. I happen to know that...
That'll do. Put him in his cell.
Put me in a cell. That ain't going to change my opinion of Bolton none.
Come on, come on, Reb. Come on.
Sit down, Judge. Rest yourself. You've been through the ringer.
I promised Dan's family that justice would move quick.
Yes.
I'll appoint a lawyer to defend the man if he insists on pleading not guilty. How's our jury panel?
Well, we got to get some more.
I'll do it tonight, will you, Wyatt? None but good men. I want a fair trial. An absolutely fair trial.
Evening, Mr. Morse.
Oh, hello, Wyatt.
Hey, were you here when Reb Thomas had his quarrel with Mr. Dan Bolton in the bar?
No, but Kathy, Mrs. Morse was. Will she be needed as a witness?
No, I got plenty of witnesses. I'm kind of short on a jury, though. Let's see. Mr. Beasley, Mr. Summers, and Mr. David. They all live here, don't they?
Well, Mr. Beasley and Mr. David left yesterday for Topeka. I think you'll find Mr. Summers in the parlor.
Well, I'm going to be mighty short on the panel. Got 3 down sick and 5 out of town.
Well, Wyatt, I was just thinking, if you're short, you can put my name down.
That's mighty kind of you to offer, but tomorrow's your rush day, isn't it? And
Certainly is, Marshal. You and that conscience of yours, Heber.
The trial shouldn't take long, dear.
Oh, please, Marshal, you can find some other man.
All right, Mrs. Morse. Thanks just the same.
Always the easy mark. Can't you ever say no?
It's a citizen's duty, hon.
Why do they have to try Reb Thomas? He confessed, didn't he?
I forgot to ask.
You would. I'll ask him. Marshal Earp,
Yes, sir?
why are they holding a trial? Mr. Thomas confessed, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he claims he didn't do it. I'm afraid I'm going to have to put your husband's name down on the panel. Mr. Summers, he says that he'd vote to hang Mr. Thomas just on general principles. You have an open mind?
I think so, Wyatt. I'd vote according to the law and the evidence.
Good.
All this trouble about a worthless, drunken sot.
Well, he's entitled to a fair trial, Mrs. Morse. Good evening.
Just don't get to feeling sorry for that drunken killer.
But Kathy, hon.
This whole town is ready to lynch Thomas. Look, we're running a hotel here, and we can't afford to get public opinion down on us.
But Kathy, I don't understand.
I'm just trying to protect you from yourself. You're too good and kind. You always were.
Jury's still out.
Yeah, I know. Judge Tobin sent for me.
It's almost 5 hours. I wonder what can be hanging him up.
I don't know. Come on.
Come on, Morris, break down. You've held us here for 5 hours now, and you know the man is guilty.
11 to 1 for conviction. Just tell us why you're acting so stubborn. Is Thomas a friend of yours? I never spoke to the man except to order him out of the hotel. Then what evidence has got you so convinced? Thomas was so drunk, according to Wyatt's testimony, that he couldn't stand on his feet. I don't see how a man in that condition could fire a gun and hit Bolton in the heart.
The prosecutor had 3 witnesses on that point. They all said that Reb was a good shot, drunk or sober. And didn't you hear Doc McCarty testify that Bolton had been dead about 10 minutes? Reb passed out after he fired the shot.
I have a reasonable doubt in my mind that Reb fired the shot. I think someone else might have killed Bolton and put the gun in Reb's hand.
That was Reb's own gun. How did your imaginary killer get it?
He could have stolen the gun from Reb.
And that might account for the fact that Reb took a Frontier Colt from the hotel rack. I'm never voting for conviction. You might as well report to Judge Tobin that we couldn't agree.
You think it won't get out that you and you alone hung up this jury? Morse, I'm warning you.
Take your hands off me. I don't care what you tell. I'm not going to vote to send a man to prison when I think he might be innocent.
We're wasting our time on this stubborn fool. Dave, call the bailiff.
No, maybe we'll get it. That's a good idea. And another trial for that scoundrel. More time and money wasted. Fine mess, Wyatt. One man, Heber Morse. Do you think he was bribed?
No, sir.
Well, what do you think?
I think the man has a reasonable doubt, and so do I.
What?
I don't think we gave ourselves enough time, Judge. Mr. Bolton was a friend of yours, and nobody can blame you for wanting quick justice, but I don't have that excuse. I went off half-cocked.
Are you out of your mind? The man's own lawyer begged him to plead guilty.
Well, I'm glad he didn't.
Why? Have you one shred of evidence? It's utter nonsense. Now, you get another jury and we'll try that hoodlum again tomorrow.
No, sir.
That's an order of the court, Wyatt.
All right. But I asked for a stay of execution. I think I know who did kill Bolton.
Oh, you do? And of course you can name him.
I think it was Heber Morse.
Morse? The man that hung up the jury?
That's right.
Oh, preposterous. What motive would he have?
Well, I don't know yet.
Morse hung the jury. By his vote, he could have convicted Thomas. Now, why didn't he do that and get off scot-free?
Maybe the man has a conscience. All I know for sure is that he volunteered for the panel and he was quite insistent about it.
You got Heber into this. Now you can just go and get him out.
Out of what?
Mr. Crandall fired him, and now they're threatening to run him out of town.
Where is he?
Oh, back at the hotel. I borrowed a gun, but he says he won't use it. Oh, hurry, Wyatt.
Now, calm yourself, Mrs. Morse.
Stay here, Mrs. Morse. There's trouble.
Mr. Morse, gonna have to arrest you, protective custody.
Now, you men go on about your business.
What side are you on, Judge? You know Morse hung our jury.
Maybe he was right. Any more demonstrations like this, arrest them all for contempt of court.
Yes, sir.
What did he mean Morse was right?
I can only guess. Come on.
Now, look here, Wyatt. You can't get back.
All right.
He's not going to get by.
Mr. Morse?
Where's Kathy? She promised she'd wait here.
They won't harm your wife. Make yourself comfortable.
All I did was my duty as I saw it. Now I've lost my job and the whole town is sore at me.
They'll calm down a little while, and then I'll take you on back to the hotel.
I told Mrs. Morse to wait here.
It should be all right, Hal. Go bring in Reb. I want him to meet Mr. Morse.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Morse, Judge Tobin and I think that you might have prevented a miscarriage of justice.
Oh? It was someone else? Like I told the other jurors, someone might have stolen Thomas' gun, fired the shot, then put the gun in his hand.
It might have happened that way.
What are you trying to trick me to now, Marshal?
I want you to meet the man who voted against convicting him.
That's funny. I don't like you, and you don't like me. What are you up to, Morse?
I just wasn't convinced you did it.
The only thing I and you ever had in common is we both hated Dan Bolton.
Whatever gave you the idea I disliked Mr. Bolton?
You trying to act cute? You knew he was after your missus.
That's a lie. He called Bolton a cheat and couldn't prove it. Now he's attacking a dead man's morals, a respected church-going citizen.
Now, just take it easy. Come on, put him back in the cell.
Sure, put me back in my cell. You and Morse have to keep Bolton respectable. Dan was no angel. Wine and women. His case, it was mostly women.
You can prove that?
No, I can't prove it. I'm in jail. But it'd be easy enough for you to prove, Marshal. All you have to do is to check the Occidental Hotel register in Kansas City.
Well, you filthy mon-
Take him out! Then ask Mrs. Bolton if she was ever in Kansas City with Dan.
Just relax, Mr. Morse.
You aren't taking his word for anything.
No. I don't think Reb is too careful of the truth. I think that what Judge Tobin told those hotheads is probably sunk in by now. Come on, I'll take you back to the hotel.
Kathy, everything's all right. Wyatt's with me.
Oh, just a moment, Heber. Oh, I got so scared I blocked the door. I'll have it open in just 2 seconds. Oh, I'm so glad Marshal Earp came with you. Oh, darling.
No. I told you it'd work out all right.
I know, but I just can't wait to get away from this town. Oh, hello, Wyatt. I hope you'll excuse the looks of things.
I'll even excuse you taking the gun.
Gun, what gun?
Colts Navy 36 caliber belonged to Reb Thomas. It's now Exhibit A, state's evidence.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, Mrs. Morris. Now, you gonna give me that gun, or do I have to get a search warrant?
You go get the warrant.
No, Kathy. I've had this whole thing on my conscience too long. Give Wyatt the gun.
Don't be a weak, silly fool.
Not this time. Where is it?
Heber, no! Heber, please!
I killed Bolton.
It's not true, Wyatt.
I'd rather listen to you. Now, let's get this straightened out with the judge.
There's nothing to straighten out. I killed Bolton. My wife wasn't involved.
Mrs. Morris, I think you have something you want to tell Judge Tobin and me.
Yes, I do. Does Heber have to be there?
No, he can wait outside the jail.
Why does Kathy have to be mixed up in this? I was Bolton's silent partner in cattle deals. When he wouldn't pay up, I killed him.
It's very possible, Mr. Morse.
Dan's wife was ill. He promised if I got a divorce, he'd marry me. I knew my husband would go on being manager of cheap hotels in little towns. But my husband loved me. There's no excuse. No pardon for what I did. And when that one miserable affair was ended, I hated Dan. I despised myself. I realized how kind and decent my husband was.
You say that yesterday Mr. Bolton demanded you make another trip with him.
Yes. I was sitting at the desk, doing my work, and suddenly he came in. What's wrong now, Heber?
Not a thing, honey.
Oh, it's you. How many times do I have to tell you not to bother me?
2
here?
tickets for New York and $1,000 for fun.
Get out.
Oh, no, I really mean it this time. Look, I'm going to tell Amy about us. Let her divorce me. I said I really meant it, Kathy. I'll be at my office about 9 o'clock tonight. You be there, huh? Ready to travel. Or else,
Else what?
a certain husband will be getting a divorce.
Pick him up and get out.
No, you pick him up. Bring him along tonight. I really mean it, Kathy.
I decided I'd have to settle with Dan. Once and for all. But I wanted to keep my husband's love. That afternoon, when Reb Thomas had his drunken set to with Dan at the bar, I knew I had to find a way to get to him.
Well, I don't know why he wants to do that. I'm like...
We'll take it later.
No, we're not going to. I'm not
Right
going
now, come on. I know.
Yeah, all right. Now, you heard what I said. Either he pays me or I'll take it out of his hide with bullet holes.
We gotta find a good way to do it, though, Red, so we don't land in jail.
All right. Paul, anything you say.
Hey, give me your gun belt.
Huh?
Come on, give me your gun belt.
All right. Why do you want a gun belt?
I want to hang it up here so Wide Earp can't jump you.
Yeah. Good. Take care of that gun now. Be careful.
I won't put a scratch on it, Reb.
800. All right.
Come on, let's go over to the Long Branch Saloon and get another drink.
Long Branch?
Yeah, come on. Let's go.
Okay, let's get some more.
Long Branch, here we come.
He couldn't find his own gun belt, so he took another one. He didn't wait to buckle it on. He just went lurching out into the street. But something told me he was on his way to shoot Dan.
Why didn't you just let him do the job?
I was afraid that he was too drunk, or that Dan might shoot him. I remembered Dan always kept his office door locked. So as soon as my husband came back from the depot, I slipped out the back door and I made my way down to Dan's office.
Hello? Where's your luggage, honey? My, a gun. Put that thing away. Have a chair. We've got lots to talk about.
No. I'm not going with you. I came here to say that if you tell my husband, I'll use this.
You're going with me, Kathy. Again.
I tried to run, then I heard someone outside. I hurried to the curtains to hide behind them. I'd almost forgotten Reb Thomas.
You dirty cheating louse! Wake up! Bolton! Wake up, I tell you, like a man!
That's the whole truth, Judge. I ask only one thing. Does my husband have to know? Can't you just send me to prison?
Mrs. Morse, I couldn't send you anywhere.
What do you mean?
I couldn't accept a plea of guilty, knowing that if you went on trial, no jury would convict you. Besides, Mr. Bolton left a widow, family, friends. In attempting to punish you, which I couldn't do anyway, I'd be punishing many innocent people.
Are you going to tell my husband?
Mr. Morris knows about it.
How could he?
Well, he worked pretty hard to get on that jury. His trouble is that couldn't let an innocent man hang. Mrs. Morse, you go out there and tell him the case has been dropped.
You really believe in the unwritten law, Judge?
No. But in her case, what can justice and the Lord ask of the human soul except that it turn from wickedness and sin no more? She's been punished.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail. Oh, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
আপনি কিন্তু দেখতে যথেষ্ট সুন্দরী একজন মানুষ, দেখতে বেশ রোমান্টিক, যেন শেক্সপিয়ারের নাটকের কোনো নায়িকার মতো। ভেবেছিলাম, কিন্তু আপনি তো পুরোটাই মর্মান্তিক। যে কোনো মানুষ আপনাকে দেখে মর্মাহত হতে পারে।
আমার হালকা হতে 1 মাস সময় লেগেছে।
আপনার 1 মাস সময় লাগে? আমার হালকা হতে তো 1 মিনিট লাগে।
আমার কাছে মনে হয় জীবনসঙ্গী এমন হওয়া উচিত যার সাথে আপনি প্রতিটা মুহূর্ত উপভোগ করতে পারবেন, সারাক্ষণ খুনসুটিতে মেতে থাকতে পারবেন, এবং তার মনে এমনভাবে বসবাস করবেন যে আপনার দিকে সে একটাবার তাকালেই বলে দিতে পারবে যে তার বেঁচে থাকার কারণই আপনি।
পথে চলতে চলতে, কথা বলতে বলতে, কখন যেন হলে আমার।
জানি গল্পে গল্পে মিশে অল্পে অল্পে আমিও হয়ে গেছি তোমার।
ছোট ছোট ভুল ফুটে হলো ফুল যে তোমাকে পেলাম।
গুটি গুটি পায়ে স্বপ্নের নাই আমি ভেসে গেলাম।
আপনি কি মনে করেছেন একজন মানুষ আমার জীবন থেকে চলে গিয়েছে এবং আপনি সেই সুযোগটা কাজে লাগিয়ে আপনার ফিলিংস গুলো আমার কাছে এক্সপ্রেস করবেন আর আমি সেটা হ্যাপিলি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে নিব? এই হচ্ছে আপনার বন্ধুত্বের নমুনা?
রোদের পাখি তোর শহরে, আমার মনের স্বপ্ন ঘিরে। ওরে পাখি ওরে সারাক্ষণ, তোর শহরে বৃষ্টি হলে ভিজে আমার মন।
Dạ. Em bốc lửa được giờ ngay vậy, ngay như điên mà chịu trốn. Cung xanh à, đáy máu, đáy máu. Đây Đồng ra thì buồn lắm rồi, buồn lắm em ơi, biết trách ai là đâu lên được rồi. Ôi, 18 mẫu 2 sao nữa. Thiếu tận 68 tiền cơ. Mới có 53 tiền. Dạ đủ.
Bay lộn rồi. Bay như hack rồi. Bay khác gì hack đâu. Mình phải áp file được mà. Asma. Chi nhất lava dragon. À cái cục lava phế mà. Thấy vẻ hơn. À vừa đánh oan của nó còn chết cơ. Thằng thì top 1. À bạn cao tới top 1 vậy. Thắng top 1 này. Thế sao thắng được thằng top 1 rồi? Phải thắng không vậy? Bắn nha. Nhanh ghét. Thắng đi. Chưa thắng rồi, gần thắng. Khiếp, phải bắn toàn để chiêu bắn được mà. Đéo có đam. What the hell, 5 phép. Chịu rồi. Toàn 5 phép ạ. Ra gì à? Ra sẽ khó lắp bủ làm màu đấy. Cầu nguyện đi. Thằng cũng hôm nay nghỉ mà. Nhớ hôm nay chắc quan rồi. Là bạn cũng đừng có vậy. Nè, thằng kia rồi. Mày máu sống không vậy? Sống phải ra ria đi. Đéo ra ria thua đấy. Mày đánh thằng rừng đâu? À đánh thằng sĩ vậy. Đánh sĩ của tao vậy. Hay rồi. Đây, xếp mấy nữa là hay. Đấy ơi, mày. Nếu được rồi, không hay. Không thua. Không thắng.
ভালোবাসা সুন্দর, ভালোবাসাও সুন্দর। মানুষ নিজের অজান্তেই ভালোবেসে ফেলে।
আমার মনে হয় কি জানেন, আপনার মতো জানাশোনা কাউকে না আমার বিয়ে করা উচিত।
এটা কি উপলক্ষে?
ম্যাডাম, ফুলটা গ্রহণ করুন, তারপরে বলতেছি।
ভোটার আইডি কার্ডে যার স্বাক্ষরের জায়গায় টিপসই দেয়, এখানে কেউ ডাক্তার।
এই দুইজনের মধ্যে যে আগে ম্যাডামের মন জয় করতে পারবে, ম্যাডাম তার।
একদিন না দেখলে তোমায় বন্ধু আন্ধার লাগে সব, তোমার এই প্রেমে এমনই টান।
রোগীদের তো ডক্টরের কাছে আসলে ব্যথা কমে যায়, আপনি তো উল্টো হলো কেন? আপনি কি একটু উল্টা?
তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, তোমায় ছাড়িয়া যাব মরিয়া, যেও না বন্ধু আমার, ভুলিয়া।
আমার মনে হয় আমার সমস্যা কপালে। ম্যাডাম আমার কপালে নেই, আমার কপালে আছে দাগ।
Lên 5.5x tốc độ sử binh. Binh không thầy ơi. Nhóm này củ sắn này. Gì vậy thầy? Này 125 à? 205 rồi. Cộng gì đây? Tạm mới nâng cấp tất cả nâng cấp cho một lần. Bình. Rồi xoay bài tự động không? Tôi lấy bạc rồi anh lấy xoay bài tự động này. 180 lap à? Vách. À, không được á. Vách. À, được, lại có. New record này 215 lap à? 25 à? 25. 35 không? Được, cộng 10 này, 30 rồi, thừa 30. 10 này. 229 ạ. Đó thì bảo thừa 30. Wow, đánh này gì luôn. Thần tài này. Thần tài lên, ở chờ nhỉ. Thần tài lên. Thần tài đến. Bay. 120 à, lần một lần. Lần một thì bớt. Cái gì đấy, máy nổ à? Máy nổ sao? Nổ máy. Đéo vào đây. Cái gì được rét à? Tính như thầy. Đặt tiền nó đã xuống à? Chạm đất. Perfect. Good landing rồi à? 100 lap à? Anh có thể chỉnh cho nó phải good landing mấy lượt. Giờ. Chồng chỉnh những gì mà xuống. Này á. Vì nó thì lệch chạy sang bên kia một tí. Có không? Good landing. Đéo vậy, cần nói. Áo choàng bạc, độc dược sĩ. Được lấy mất chất tôi phục. Có sức hành vác, cái điều lính. Áo choàng bạc này. Xong đâu? Mình. Thần tài ngay.
তোমাকে 15 লাখ টাকাই দিতে হবে। তুমি যদি দিতে না পারো তোমার বাবাকে কল দাও। তোমার যত জমি জিরাত বাড়িতে যা যা আছে এগুলো বেচা হইলেও তোমরা আমাদের টাকা পাই পাই করে শোধ করবা।
একটা ব্যাপার কি খেয়াল করছো? শহরে কিন্তু দুইটা রূপ, রাতের এক রূপ, দিনের আর এক।
বেঁধেছি ঘর হৃদয়ের পর, গাঢ় সবুজ ওই গহীন বনে।
আরে ব্রো, সবসময় চিল থাকতে হবে, কিচ্ছু মাথায় নেওয়া যাবে না।
ভালোবাসা হচ্ছে একজন আরেকজনের উপর ভরসা করে, একজন আরেকজনের হাতের উপর হাত রেখে এই জীবনটা কাটিয়ে দেয়। কিছু মানুষ এই রাত জেগে থাকে আর টাকার বিনিময়ে সুখ খোঁজে।
বসুন।
এখন তো সিরিয়াস হওয়া উচিত, তাই না? আমি তো কোথাও যাচ্ছি না পার্টি করতে। তুমি কেন যাচ্ছ? কেন বন্ধ করতে পারতেছো না বলো তো? কার যে কোথায় সুখ সেটা তার প্রিয় মানুষটাও কখনো জানতে পারে।
পাশাপাশি তবু যাচ্ছি বিপরীতে, কাছাকাছি তবু যাচ্ছি বহু দূরে।
হাই, ইউ লুক গুড।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
Diện Bình thấy không? 5M, ủa 50%. 35M. Chịu thua em rồi. Bọn ngày giữa đêm tối. Chuẩn không? Ui, ra với bia này, độc dược à? Thôi cút, không quan trọng. Vụ nổ lớn bị xét sẵn bài tử thần mà. Điều hiểu xét sẵn bài chưa chạm đất, trải thải cái đường đâu mà chạm chứ là thế rồi. Đang xuống rồi, đang vòng xuống rồi, đang vòng xuống thì binh sinh linh không 3, 2, 1. Perfect một lần này. Đấy, kiểu 15 lần perfect không? 100 lần perfect thì đã ăn 6 triệu. Nhờ 7 triệu. Mình cần 50 thôi, đã được 5 củ rồi. 7 củ là bình thường. Chuẩn rồi. Đấy á, đón thêm một nhịp. Vào mình rồi. Đây là chỉnh. Ok. Không được. Mất kiếm mà. Cô không mất áo luôn. À? Nếu còn gì? Phải lấy găng tay. Đây để thay. Rồi 1, 2 lần. Thế là 30% à? Xem bao nhiêu nhá. 30% bình. Cũng gần 5 củ rồi. 40 củ à? 2 lần được 10 củ nữa. Thấy ảo điếc. Let's go. Một chiếc binh chi linh không vậy. Bánh 7 láp à? Vậy 456 triệu coin để rebirth tiếp à? Sợ khó đấy. Anh cần 50 củ rồi anh phải chừng. Ui, 40 củ tròn. Kiếm tiền từ điêu ấy. Một lần perfect này. Một lần perfect. Thầy lái.
দরকার পড়লে একটা রিকশাওয়ালাকে বিয়ে করবো, তারপর তোকে বিয়ে করতে।
তুমি যদি মরে যাও আমি তোমাকেই বিয়ে করব।
দেখো বিয়ে এত সোজা।
5টা কন্ডিশন।
কয়টা?
5টা।
আমি জেডি সাফায়েত রমরাজন। স্যার এটা তো ভোটার আইডি কার্ড স্যার।
বাড়িতেই করবেন নাকি হোটেলে?
না আপনি যেমনটা ভাবছেন বিষয়টা তা না। আপনি তো করবেন।
তোমাকে দিয়ে হবে না, আমি জানতাম। শুধু সময় নষ্ট করো না
ভাই। আপনি তো অনন্ত দলিল না যে অসম্ভবকে সম্ভব করে আপনার কাজ।
কি হচ্ছে?
আচ্ছা আঙ্গের একদম বইরা দিমু। যাচ্ছে সব বাইট কর।
শর্ত দিয়ে বিয়ে।
ভাই, যে বয়সে মানুষ গার্লফ্রেন্ডের কামড় খায়, সে বয়সে আপনি কুত্তার কামড় খেয়ে হাসপাতালে ভর্তি হয়েছেন।
Thì là chưa phải hả? Thế à, không mà chưa phải được. Vẫn chạy mũi tên đấy, 2 mũi tên là được. Quỷ cái lợn. Chẳng biết lợn. Đó là 200 củ cá, 220 củ. Chơi nhiều ấy. Bạn nói em không? Em biết. Mình biết không? Được luôn không? À. Nó rất khổng lồ à? Nó rất khổng lồ à? À, món. Ờ. À. Cái thằng này cần thắng tao ấy. Tao lắp thêm cái áo choàng bóng túi cho con Khazik 2 thế là thắng. Kinh à? Kinh đấy, kinh đấy. Thằng chủ của đây đã bán Tony rồi. Thằng cầm Tony nhỉ? Thằng vừa đánh hắc thắng để cái đéo này tử thần à? Này mày nó tử đéo về. Ra xin ra. Đây rất lên đồ gì nhỉ? Quên rồi. Đây rất lên đồ mặc gì nhỉ? Đấy xem tối vàng là dám đấu qua cả loại thần thần. Ám. À, ra ly xin rồi ấy, thấy xong đấu rồi. Thì xem ra loại xong đấu dài hơi nó xong. Được chưa? Đó. Nhưng mà cơm tù là cường nhìn con đét mà, cơm con đét. Đây. Đó. Cơm nhìn đét với quyết cơm của tao chỉ rách hơn nhiều. Cơm của tao chỉ rác hơn nhiều. Anh thì cơm rác rưởi và cơm nữa còn cho cái thuốc B1 và cho đỡ đi ấy em. Đó, cho một canh ấy. Đéo gì. Đó cho anh cái B1 một canh đéo gì ở luật thế. Một nhà chứ. Đéo gì ở luật thế. Ai à? Đồ dịch dạ. Rồi. Thôi anh tử thần. Yeah. Wow. Thôi anh phải đánh hắc áo rồi. Thôi nhá, đi xin nhá. Bye bye. Lắm đi xin. Phải chưa? Phải chưa? Tôi mua à? Có quần rồi còn tiền không vậy? Nó còn tiền không vậy? Nhưng mà nó còn tiền không? À, kinh à, nó kinh à. Dương ơi, áo thì mình làm mấy cái bị dính cam ấy. cả đóng thì đóng cửa bật điều hòa đi. Còn mày hôm qua Dương bật hôm qua Dương nó bật điều hòa đi ngủ xong rồi cả tháng rồi mới tắt mà. Đây là một ăn xịn hơn hoặc là trong vài vòng tiếp theo thêm vàng à, gấp đôi là tất cả lợi tức là 10. Tôi nhớ nhận được con xích để cùng đúng không? Thành nick map này, map là quá lâu rồi, bác mua map này, map cuối cho nó farm. Develop chỉ sẽ có những quan gì, thứ nhất là sẽ có cao cường, quan hệ rất là đặc biệt, yes. Nữa, nếu đánh được, nếu chém vào cái kia. Ta cái block 7 tháp vọng ra cả kim cương ấy. Dạy cho giờ vlog nói tiếng Việt đăng cấp tiếng Anh. Chết sợ chắc là bọn nó cài nhầm click sắt. Chú bé xí lát kìa. Chú bé xí lát trực kiếm mút kìa. Mất rồi. Lấy đéo. Một cái huyết kiếm nữa. Chú bé Zone à, chú bé Zone sử dụng kinh ấy, mảnh giáp đéo anh Nhật. Chú bé Zone đéo anh thầm Nhật, đéo hiểu. Và thành xin. Vâng rồi. Và là năm 10 sẽ ra hàng sau. Đấy. 12 ạ. Hiểu. Đúng giờ bắt đầu đi. 4 giờ anh tắt xong anh đi. 3 tiếng, quay được 3 tiếng. Và có về quê ở đâu? Và ở quê thì hóa thành xác chết anh chịu. Anh vào bao. Anh bị nhét vào bao anh thua đấy. Đóng lắp quan tài gì. Dạ viết nhưng mà dấu rick 2. Nhà làm béo ở trên thành phố à? Yeah. Về một lừa rồi. Nhớ được rồi, thua rồi. Cầm lâu quá. Cầm ai nữa đừng. Bao nhiêu à? 22 mở lấy từng khác. Nóng quá. Hả? À, con mèo ở phòng gì à?